stuff. And then this one person asks, did you see any good movies or plays while you were in a concentration camp? And then the guy is just like, no. Which makes me wonder, like, what did he expect? Like, oh, nothing good, but, you know, maybe a lot of Rob Schneider. So when I was a little tyke, I was a big fan of Sesame Street. And I noticed that the Cookie Monster, his eyes are kind of googly, and I found that peculiar. So I asked my mom, why are the Cookie Monster's eyes all googly? And she told me it was because he ate too many cookies. And so I believed her. And then I became bulimic. Yeah. So I bought this book on Amazon called Baboon Metaphysics. And so I purchased it like 4 weeks ago, and it didn't come in yet, and I was getting kind of worried. So I decided to email the company, like, where's my book? I ordered this. And so they replied pretty fast, and the guy said, we're sorry, the delivery truck carrying your package burned, and everything inside was ruined. We will reimburse you. And I was like, oh God, that's awful, but I'm still kind of pissed. I gotta read this book for class, and I'm kind of freaking out still. So I went to Barnes & Noble and had to pay like 4 times the amount, and I don't know, it was alright. But so I get back home, and I decide to clean my room a little bit so I can work on things and, you know, stay focused. So I go through all the stuff on my desk and rummage through all these books and papers, and then I find this package, and I open it, and it's the Baboon book. Why did they tell me everything? Rachel, these are healthier and you'll look better and people will be attracted to you or something. And I was going to write a joke about it, but then I found this other email. That said, Rachel, find a married wife. Search married women and or just make your own profile now. And I was going to write a joke about that because I'm just dying to get with married women. But then I saw another email, and it said, and it was about power scooters. And I wrote a joke about it, and I told it the last joke. So anyway, yeah. So when I was still in high school, I had this friend, Alyssa, and we were driving one day to the store, and she told me that she had to get cat food for her Uncle Danny. And I automatically just assumed that her Uncle Danny ate cat food, which I thought was kind of weird, but then I felt kind of honored that she was confiding in me about her family. So I turned to her, and I felt like I should share something too. So I said, when I was 6, when I was 6, I was bulimic because my mom told me that the Cookie Monster's eyes were googly because he ate too many cookies. And then she looked at me and she was like, that's messed up. Why did you just tell me that? And I was like, I don't know, you just told me that you're going to get cat food to feed your Uncle Danny. She was like, no, it's for his cats. I was like, oh, oops. Anyway, so in the summer, I've been teaching swimming lessons to these kids, and then every morning, or like once in a while, there's this older gentleman there who just swims laps in the mornings, and one day he comes up to me and he says, I've never had real swimming lessons before. Do you have private lessons? And I was like, sure, I can give you a swimming lesson. And he was like, oh, great. I can't tell my wife about this, though. I was like,